Hey Sagittarius, this is your general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant of Rising sign for the month of November. Sagittarius, because it's November, I know that some of you are going to be celebrating your birthday, so I have to do it. I have to sing. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Sagittarius, who were born in November. Drum roll, banners, parties, balloons. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday Sagittarius. If your birthday is at the end of this month, it's all beginning to kick off, and it really is all beginning to kick off. The universe has big birthday gifts lined up for you, but let's start at the beginning as we always do, Sagittarius. While we're waiting on all the right cards to come along, let's talk about the energies. So we're leaving October, entering November, still under the effect of the full moon that happened in Taurus in your 6th house. So what you may have felt was a little bit of stress, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of anxiety, maybe even some physical things. Stress and anxiety showing up like sciatica or back pain or just some physical annoyance, and hopefully you went to some health practitioner to have a look at that, to fix that, and to make yourself feel a little bit better, because it seems that that's the end. We're coming to the end of that stressful period for you. Whew, thank God. And really, yeah, we are coming to the end of a very long stressful period, but we have to wait, Let's not open all the presents at once. Let's keep going. We know that maybe some of the stuff that happened in your work, in your office, in the space where you work, might have been a little bit stressful. Some of you might have found that you were very good at giving to other people, and then the penny dropped. That you were giving so much to other people and being a good, dutiful person, but you weren't giving that same care to yourself. You weren't nurturing and nourishing yourself and tending to your needs as much as you were to others. But that is coming to an end. Why? Because the sun wants this. Your vitality, your energy, your soul is now in Scorpio in the 12th house, where we recover, relax, heal, and find deep, long-lasting and enduring peace. Because there could have been a moment where you weren't having a lot of rest and peace. Maybe at night time you couldn't sleep so well because there were things turning around in your mind, things stressing you out, duties that had to be fulfilled that were really making you on edge, so much so that you weren't having peace at night time and rest at night time. But now you are. Now you are. And I know part of this discovery of inner peace and finding that real, oh my God, I can breathe out again feeling, does involve facing some very deep things, very deep psychological issues, things that are brought up that maybe are from the past, that maybe you pushed to the side and pushed far away because you didn't want to deal with them. Some traumas, letting go of some people, like we said last month, letting go and allowing them to move on, allowing situations from your past to, say thank you and move on. Because, oh, here we go, I'm getting that feeling again, same as last month. It's that lovely feeling of surrender, to let go, because underneath, in the deepest part of you, that's what's needed. It's that beautiful flow of love that's going to come back, and is coming back, and it's coming back more and more and more. That just, this is who I am, this is the peaceful me, this is the psychic me, this is the one who's more in line with me energy, and I feel good. I believe now that I can release and surrender some of the trauma, some of the past, some of the people and situations, so that I can re-enter into that beautiful state of peace, contentment, relaxation, bliss, and ultimately love. But 12th house isn't just any love, it's the expansive, divine expression of love. And you can look at it and say, well, where is that coming from? It's not coming from anywhere out there. It's coming when you release the stress, as we said, and focus on getting yourself back into a position where you can forgive, release, and surrender. And then you find that the divine love, it's coming from you. It's coming from you. And now with Mercury in Sagittarius there's this wonderful communication with your self-belief again. You know, Sagittarius, you are the great believers in philosophy, in believing that all things are possible, that all good things are possible. And now Mercury has this now saying, believe again that you are divine. Believe again that you are under the care of the gods. Now, okay, I know not all of you believe in certain religious philosophies or so on, but I'm pretty sure that you believe in yourself. You believe that you are able to tune in to a really loving and powerful expression of yourself. And this is what Mercury is bringing you back to, that point where you can instantly communicate with what it is that gives you a great sense of spirituality and comfort and being in tune and absolutely in alignment with your purest energy and your purest force, with your purest version of you. So it's wonderful. Now Mercury is a great puzzle solver, so you could find that you are also trying to figure out and solve some of these big things that have been coming up for you, the big themes, the hidden themes, and your mind is on it. You're able, it's almost like a fog. Things are coming up from a fog, from an unusual place, 12th house, from dreams, from visions, from hunches, feelings, intuition. They're coming up from that mysterious place, but your mind is now able to solve the puzzles. You can practically fix everything that's coming up in order, as I said, to release, surrender, and get back flowing with who you truly, truly are and believing in yourself again. So that's gorgeous, really, really nice. Now let's move on. November 6th, Uranus is coming back into your 5th house. So he is coming back to shake you up a little bit. And you're saying, no more shake-ups, can't cope, no more, please. But he's shaking you up in order to get you feeling that bliss. 5th house is where we do everything with a sense of fun, with a sense of pleasure, and essentially with a sense of real meaning and real heart energy. So see, the gifts are starting to unfold. You're getting back in touch with your heart, with your love, with doing things with a kind of an expression, a true expression. You're doing everything because now you feel that your heart and soul is in it. You feel that happiness is returning. Happiness is returning. And you may have to begin changing your life, and I said realigning some things in your life in order for you to kind of vibrate essentially on that frequency of love, on the frequency of creating something meaningful, because that's what we want you to do. We want you to create something meaningful, and from your beautiful open heart that's now flowing with love, and shape something, create something, recreate your life. Like last month, rewrite your once upon a time story so that it has a beautiful start, middle and ending, where it's all about love, bringing more love. Because later down the road, all the things that you're going to create now are going to be shaped in a way that you may turn that into something that you can commit to and turn it into your work, your life's work, where it has meaning and purpose, where you're able to offer something beautiful as your new work. Do you know what I mean? That your work will have purpose. So now it's the period of you shaking things up so you can discover and find what this beautiful thing is that you will ultimately bring to people as a gift and as something that could be your true life's work. So it's gorgeous, Sagittarius. It's just beautiful love. Beautiful love. Now, November 7th, new moon in Scorpio in the 12th house. So you're really opening up to this. You're really opening up to exploring your deep feelings, your deep needs, and love on a very deep level. Often when we hear the word love, we're tempted to think of new romances, meeting somebody new, which is possible. It's possible with Uranus in Aries in the 5th house there. A new and exciting love or romance could come to you. A new passion for something could come to you, which I believe it will. But here, the love of the 12th house is a kind of unconditional love. So from the new moon, November 7th, you are expanding and opening out that sense of loving unconditionally everything in your life. But more than that, loving the things that were lost, loving the hurts in your life, and being gracious and thanking them for coming into your life because you're stronger now. It's this sense of being able now to suddenly see everything with a much broader sense of love. Love is the answer to everything. Now, the new moon in Scorpio in the 12th house could mean that some of you could embark upon talking to a therapist, really opening up your emotions in a very big way, in a very deep and meaningful way. Now, a lot of you, what I'm really feeling more here, a lot of you are beginning to believe in yourself and trust in yourself again, that you want to open up this psychic connection that began last month. You really want to explore that. You want to get deep. You want to do some more research because now you're reconnected to your beliefs again, to the real strong beliefs in you, that you want to open it out and share the love, share the psychic experience, share the healing. Yeah. And also, certainly, what you want to do is, it's this feeling of, how would you say it, wanting to help those less fortunate than you. Now that you're suddenly back in alignment, you don't want to just do a superficial thing where you give a few coins every month to charity. You want to experience one-on-one healing with other people. So it's a great moment of healing yourself through other people also. Yeah, the sharing of this love. Yeah, opening up your intuition, opening up the emotions and letting them flow. Yeah, there's other stuff. It's not here yet, but I can feel it. I can feel it. Now, November 8th, drum roll, fanfare, get the parade lined up with you in the front of it, with your crown, with your sash. This is it. Jupiter, the great expander, your ruler, is moving in to Sagittarius. At last, it's come. At last your luck is turning. At last it begins. At last, da 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 da. At last. So breathe that big sigh of relief, Sagittarius, because it's coming at last. Your luck is changing. You are expanding who you are with a great sense of love, compassion and healing. That seems to be the first port of call for Sagittarius, because when Jupiter goes in, he wants to expand immediately who you are And what we know who you are right now is somebody who's full of healing, forgiveness, the expansion of real passion, real love, wanting to create, wanting to explore, wanting to be in that happy zone. So firstly, it's the love and the happy zone and the connection to your feelings. That's what's going to be expanded firstly and foremostly. Foremostly, is that a word? Yeah, I think it is. Just, sometimes when I get into a flow of speech and then I say a word and I have to stop and say, did I just make that word up? But I think it is a word, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so Jupiter in Sagittarius might want you to really start dressing and looking the part. Who are you on the inside? Have you been not reflecting on the outside who you are on the inside? Have you been hiding yourself under your clothes? Have you been hiding yourself under a style that just isn't you? You might say, I just go around in jeans and a t-shirt or sweats or whatever. That's not really who I am. I want to wear bright colors. I want to show off my soul. I want to dress myself in the colors of my soul. So this is a wonderful opportunity to really allow your soul have creative expression on the outside. Be bold, be daring, be fabulous, because that's ultimately what Sagittarius wants to expand. And don't fight it. You can't fight it now because the 12th house wants you to release and say, don't fight it. If you want to wear something outrageous, this isn't the time to fight it, just do it. So yeah, so it's a gorgeous period that begins for you. It's essentially your big pre-birthday gift. And it is the gift you've been waiting for, Sagittarius, it really is. November 15th, Mars going into Pisces in your 4th house. So some of the great healing that could come could be in your home and family life. Maybe they're some of the people that you need to forgive, apologize to, surrender, release, let go of some of the things that have been going on between you. I know for some of you, finally letting go of some family member, allowing them to move on to the next part of their journey. That could be part of a great healing for you. But Mars is the energy, it's the action, it's where we take action and move with force. And you're moving with force in all areas of home and family and healing that. Now, maybe some things might come up to be healed. You might find some secrets, some buried family things that crop up. And now that you're in that loving space of loving unconditionally, remember that if things crop up that usually would freak you out because a family member was telling some lies or hiding something or being a bit duplicitous, there's the big word of the day, being a bit secretive and not honest about something, maybe you have to see this in this broader sense of unconditional love to bring healing to some situation. Now, November 16th, Mercury is retrograding in your 1st house. So again, go back and reconnect. Mercury going back to do what? It's always to reconnect, realign, reestablish, rediscover what? The old you, the happier version of you, the one who believed in you. Very often when we get thrown things like Saturn and Pluto in the 2nd house, we get thrown things like being in financial difficulties, our self-esteem and our self-worth gets challenged, and we get rocked. But what we have to do here is recognize that if we go through these real hardships, can we still stay connected to our beliefs? Can we still stay connected to ourselves? If you have done, well done. But for a lot of people, it's been so challenging and so difficult that you've lost connection with that optimism, with that self-confidence, with that belief that no matter what you do, it will turn out right kind of thing. You started to say, well, maybe that's not the truth. Maybe there isn't a silver lining to every cloud. Now you're reconnecting. Now you're getting the lesson that is, no matter, Sagittarius, remember this, no matter what shit is thrown at you, Never lose the connection to yourself. And this card is very reflective of that. Never get separated from your truth, from who you really are. So Mercury going retrograde is saying that to you. Reconnect again with who you are and never let that connection be broken again. Now, Venus is going direct on November 16th in your 11th house. Great harmony coming back between you and friends. Good communication, good energy, good vibes coming back between you and teams. Maybe teams in work, sports teams, large groups of people, societies, the internet, social media is all very 11th house stuff, cutting edge things. You are now back in a good flow with friends, in a good flow. Maybe you disappeared for a while off social media and now maybe you're reconnecting because you're in a much better space to do things on the internet. Yeah, do things. Maybe even find love. Venus going direct in the 11th house, finding love on the internet. But always with somebody who has shared beliefs, that you're not ever compromising yourself, that you're not finding somebody who's looking really hot on this dating app and saying, well, if I have to meet them for a date, I'm going to have to, pretend and look a bit different. No way. Now you find people who think like you, who behave like you, who are into the same things as you, and you turn up on that date as you. Okay, that's for those who are looking for love. And for everybody else, it's just this great connection again with your friends, and great flow is coming there. So that's lovely. Now, on November 22nd, the sun, the great vitality, the great energy, the great sparkly one is coming into Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what a powerful and profound month. Your ruler Jupiter in Sagittarius, and now the sun. The sun is our battery pack. More than that, it is our energy. It's the solar energy. It's the biggest energy out there, now all focused on you. So you are just a shiny little thing. Big thing with Jupiter there. You are the shiniest, biggest thing out there this month, Sagittarius. I'm so happy for you. I really am, because it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and you lost yourself. You forgot all the good things about you. You forgot that there is a happy ending to every story. And now you're being reminded that that story was always going to have a happy ending. No matter, you just went through the difficult chapters, because what good is a story if it doesn't have difficult chapters? It keeps us interested, it keeps us keen, it keeps us wanting to continue. And now here we are coming to that beautiful moment where everything becomes clear and the hero is beginning to see the end in sight. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, November 23rd, full moon in Gemini in the 7th house. A great time for those of you looking for love. For those of you looking to enter into a business partnership or a partnership of any kind. Partnerships, connections with other people, feeling bonded, close to other people. Great time towards the end of the month. If there is a contract to be signed, maybe with the energy there in the 4th house, maybe a new home contract, maybe even a new work contract, something that needs to be signed, you're looking towards the end of the month, November 23rd, where that seems to get signed, sealed and delivered. Yeah, so it's a gorgeous energy. Neptune there on the 24th, going direct in Pisces. So all of the cloudiness that has been happening at home for you is finally becoming clear. Yeah. So we have a few more cards to choose, Sagittarius. That was a long intro, wasn't it? But I feel I wanted to talk to you about that because I want to explain the energies. And it's just such a nice energy for you this month, and a powerful. And I love this because I feel my heart just wide open when I'm talking to you. So maybe that's why I'm just talking on and on and on, because my heart is enjoying this. You're making my heart happy just by even talking to you. And I think that's the vibe this month. You're making everybody's heart feel happy just by being in your company. Yeah, that's gorgeous, gorgeous. So there's 3 cards we're waiting on, Sagittarius. And yes, because it's your birthday, will you allow me, oh, as one hops out there, allow me to choose 2 birthday cards for you, the beginning of your birthday season. I picked you the Happy Ever After card for your birthday beginning. And actually, this is a Mars in Pisces card. So some of the happiness that my gift to you is happiness deep inside of yourself, right in your emotional core, right in your heart. That's where your happiness is. Yeah. And one last card. Feeling secure and strong and empowered. Yeah. I didn't do too bad with your birthday cards, did I, Sagittarius? Yeah. Okay, now finally, let's bring the magic into this reading and open up the happiness of the overview. So, we're beginning with you rediscovering the whole meaning of everything, the whole purpose. It's like you're starting again to fully understand what the point of everything was, why you had to go through these hard times, why you had to experience the shit, why things have been so difficult. And finally you get it and you're holding it up to examine it. And you're saying, I get it. I understand what the whole purpose of everything was. And with his soul, see, I said everything is shining, everything is new, everything is brilliant, everything is expanding. You're expanding your soul. These cards, Pentacles, often represent your soul purpose, and you are opening that up for everybody to see, for everybody to examine. This is the promise of what's coming next, the promise of fully being a master of your soul energy, of your entire being in control emotionally, financially, feeling secure deep within inside yourself, feeling that no matter what comes your way, you are now really beginning to understand that the power and control was always in your hands. In terms of money and finances, we know the North Node on November 6th is starting a long journey there in your 8th house of money. So this month you're really beginning to feel that you're not just going to start with the money thing all over again. Now that Jupiter is bringing you luck and financial luck, you're not going to waste it this time. You're going to get a long-range vision of how to get your money in order. You're going to play the long game financially. You're going to get insurances together, maybe pensions together, something that's going to carry you forward into the future, where you don't want to just depend on your income, that you now want to put a little bit of money aside into a small investment, that you're saying, I'm getting better control over this. I'm not going to find myself in a crisis situation in the future. What I invest in now is going to carry forward into my future. And that's the real theme with the North Node. It's now your destiny to invest in yourself, to dig deep and find the treasures in yourself and use every skill and talent and mind energy, heart energy to create something, as Uranus is trying to shake you up to do, to create something long-lasting that gives you a sense of purpose long-term in your future. So it's gorgeous energy. For some of you, it might mean looking farther afield. Maybe now that you're expansive again, back in your zone, you may want to travel. You may see how you have been limiting your life experiences, and now you're looking down from your tower, your safe place. You see, this is a lot to do with security, and you're saying it's safe to come out. It's safe to expand your horizons. It's safe to explore, to begin the journey outwards. It's safe to look for money in foreign countries, from foreign people. It's safe to bring your creativity and your ideas out there to larger groups of people. Maybe expand whatever it is you're doing now, so it's not so limited, so that it has a more far-reaching network. It has more far-reaching. The things you're creating now must be more far-reaching, more enduring. That if, say, for some reason, if a crisis happens or if a trauma happens, that it's okay because you're not worried about your money. You're investing. It's a creative investment that's opening you up to more, that will give you that security. Yeah, give you that security. Now here we are with the 10 of Swords. Then that security of investing in your creativity, opening it out to larger groups of people, or going far and going abroad, ends the pain cycle. It ends it. Now, this is also a Moon in Gemini card. It ends that thing of constantly feeling that the emotions are going round and round and round in your mind, and that you keep talking about how you feel, expressing, but yet there was no answer coming. You were asking the questions, talking about your feelings instead of feeling them. And I think that's one of the things that ends here, particularly around the 23rd of November, where you finally understand that you don't really talk about feelings, you feel feelings. So when you went deep, when you opened your heart, and when you're now expanding all that energy, talking about feelings becomes less important, as I said, than feeling the feeling. Because feeling the feeling is what you're supposed to do. And when you feel the feelings again, when you reconnect to feeling it rather than having discourses and debates and dialogue about how you feel, feeling it brings you back that sense of realigning yourself, coming together again with everything that's powerful in you, the caduceus, the healing sun, the healing energies, the healing spirit, to connection, reconnecting you with your soul, with yourself. Now, for some of you on a very literal level, it could spell an ending towards the end of the month of a relationship with the full moon in the 7th house, and yet that doesn't seem to be a bad thing. It doesn't seem to be a bad thing, because for some of you to let go of a relationship that has been making you feel like this, trapped and in pain, and only able to discuss the pain of the relationship, where if you see him, he's in a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, but he's looking out onto the horizon. He sees that the sky is clearing. And I do believe that for some of you, now that you're more in touch with yourself, you're ready to look further afield for love. I get the feeling that some of you recognize that one relationship must end in order to meet somebody who is your soul other half, soulmate. You see, that word gets thrown around so much, I don't like saying it, but I think this is a place for you now, Sagittarius, that you only want somebody who recognizes the soul in you, who doesn't talk about feelings but feels feelings with you, who doesn't tell you how the relationship is going but shows you how the relationship is going through feeling, through love. And so that's why I'm saying one relationship may end in order for you to open up to something far greater. Yeah. Now, as we move into the mid-month, we see that you've been taking on a lot of responsibilities, that you're feeling a little bit overburdened and under pressure, possibly coming from the family, coming from the family. Some financial situations still being ironed out, maybe finance, family, but more family and your feelings. This is a Cancerian card. So let's go with a few meanings here. Some of you are really bearing the brunt or carrying a huge amount of responsibilities, feeling the pressure being brought by a Cancer or a Cancerian. But I will say this, what I'm more feeling is Cancerian is home, family, inner feelings, wanting to bring the two together. You see, you have two cards here, bringing feeling together, uniting feeling where the two cups are healed and entwined and brought together. Now the journey of this card, the Chariot, is to master the two polarities, to get the horses, or sphinxes in this case, moving in the same direction where there is no duality. So when it comes to your feelings, bringing it all together in a harmonious way. And I think that's one of the biggest tasks you have this month, to completely go with your gut feeling on something, perhaps to do with your family or your home. You've got to start really believing in your gut feeling, in your intuition, in going and allowing yourself to feel things, because otherwise things become a burden. When you push feelings aside, they become a burden. But when you really get your emotions all in line and feeling that what you feel is now the most important thing in your life, forget duties, forget responsibilities, forget what you have to do, and focus on what you feel that is right for you to do. This takes away some of the burdens and leads you to a better sense of success. Now, for some of you, if there is something you're doing creatively and it's feeling like a lot of hard work, but work that's worth doing, I'd say mid-month there is a huge success. You're aiming high. Thank God, that's you back again, Sagittarius, being the archer, aiming high and shooting for success. And something mid-month becomes a success. Where would that be? Where would that be? A financial success, perhaps, with something you're creating. Financial success. Some success in home and family. Success in home, success in family. Trying to feel something out there. Nothing came. Okay, well, we'll move on. Now, here is you feeling that you're able to move with this new success that you find mid-month, and finally being able to break through to the other side. This is a moment, Inanna, the Sumerian goddess, who's rising up from the underworld, coming out of the shit, coming out of the hardship, coming out of feeling humiliated, being humbled, being stripped bare naked, everything taken away from her, she was gone to the point where she had completely lost hope and everything was in darkness. But it was at that very moment when she realized that everything was hopeless, that is when the light came and she suddenly saw the way through. The gate opened, the portal opened, and she was free. She had to go through that dark period to release, to surrender, to let go. And when she did that, there comes the success. This is a very karmic card of karmic completion. You see these pentacles here? If you look closely, for those who understand symbolism, this is the symbol of the tree of life, which has been completed. The things that were being delivered to you by the heavens, the gifts, are now being grounded, are now becoming practical and real and tangible in your life. Your life is now full of the gifts because you went through the difficult journey and surrendered what was in the past, so that you can fully come out with nothing and just pick from the tree of life all your treasures. Again, this is a family card. Great luck and great fortune coming within the home, within the family. If there is a move, a family dynamic changing, you changing home, something happening, you're just suddenly feeling the success of that. Now, there will be a moment towards the end of the month where you do have a quiet time to think about what it is that you're now investing in. Because the things and the people and the situations you invested in the past did come crashing down, did fall down. And you're now taking a moment to look now and examine what it is you're investing in from now on inwards. And inwards. From now on inwards. Maybe I said that right the first time. What you're investing inwards Make it solid, make it on sure foundations, because Pentacles always wants things to be sure and solid, on steady ground, feeling secure. And it is this investment inwards and outwards that will take you away from that feeling of always things always going wrong, luck never turning in your direction. So it's a moment of evaluating things and running. I'm going again with finances. Never to allow yourself in a situation ever again where you run out of money and where you feel financially challenged. You are growing something. You are determined to have something in your life blossom financially. And the reason you're doing it is that, again, that you will never again find yourself in that financial position or feeling that you must always depend on somebody else for support or not being able to stand on your own 2 feet. Now you do. And here we have the happy ever after card coming out for the ending of your... See how we rewrite the story. When we rewrite the story, we can write in the happy endings. Love, happiness. When the sun comes out, it reveals all the treasures that you already have in your life, and it reveals all the treasures that have been waiting to come out for you. It's a moment this month where treasures are revealed and everything is just up there for you to pluck from the sky. Financial treasures ready to pluck down, love ready to change that up, and have your pick of new loves for those of you looking for love, and have your pick of who you get to share your loving cup with. That's very key. Who do you share your joy with? Who do you share your love with? Who do you share your deep feelings with now? Being more discerning and investing in who gets your time, effort and energy from now on. Number one person who gets time, energy and effort is you, because you're expanding. You're expanding. You're growing. You're seeing things blossom in your life and you're reaping the success. This marks a period, 10 of Cups, Mars and Pisces, where you do release those emotions finally, where you do feel more secure in yourself, where the family things that have been bothering you or the home things are finally brought to a happy ending and you are given more security. Home, certainly, for those focusing on home, there is more security coming for you in your home life, but security, inner security, feeling more grounded, feeling more confident, and feeling that you own this shit. Look at this guy. I mean, he owns this. He just owns that, and he is totally tuned in to his abundance. I mean, he has his eyes closed saying, I've got everything I've always wanted and dreamed of, and I'm happy. And that's it. And he has. And he's not even remotely embarrassed about showing it all off. And neither should you be, Sagittarius. Show it off. Show your happiness off, because it is in full abundance this month. Yes! I love it, Sagittarius. I love it. Show everything off and step into your new world. Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of stepping out and showing something off and stepping into a new world, I left this to the end of the reading, Sagittarius, because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. I am doing new videos on Vimeo. They're called the Deep Read, and essentially you watch these videos because these videos are always going to stay. They'll always be here. Yeah, they're like me, they'll always be around. But I'm going to have an additional video on Vimeo that goes deeper and focuses on subjects like love, relationships, money, career, luck, things that might be changing, anything like that. We'll go deep into it and get some clarification on some issues. And I'm doing this because a lot of people have been asking me for private readings, and I unfortunately just don't have that space right now to do personal readings, but this is something I can do. I can do this. I can offer you this. Now, what I'll say to you is I've kept the price as low as I possibly could because I want you not to feel that you can't, be part of this and share this with me. So hopefully it's something you can do. And if it is something you can do, I'd love you to let me know if you enjoyed it or if it's something that you want to see continued and so on. Anyway, enough about that. I'm ruining your flow here. So it's there. I'm going to link it below. If you want to join the first ever deep read, then you are cordially invited and I'd love you to be there. But in the meantime, here's what I'd love you to do. I'd love you to frickin' enjoy this big turnaround for you. I'd love you to enjoy the abundance. I'd love you to see your happy ever after finally arrive. Sagittarius, I am going to send you all my love from my big open heart that you've opened from talking to you, and a great big kiss. Mwah. My gorgeous, until next month. Bye.